Hey Virgo, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for June 20th, 2022. This is for Virgo, last shuffle for Virgo here, okay? All right, we have family, friends, and guides. We have playing it safe, which is very interesting. Someone is not wanting to, either you're playing it safe and acting for people, like maybe you don't feel like being bothered with people, but you're acting like, you're putting on a show, maybe you intend on doing so, coming in with the spirit of that and watching them, because maybe in the past they may have been some, you know what I mean, you may not trust it fully. There's a lot of times the Page of Swords is like that because he's curious about your motives, you know what I mean. In the Six of Wands, you're playing it safe with the Six of Wands. Maybe you're making all the attention, bringing all the attention on yourself on purpose, like that's the safest thing to do, or you're sharing the spotlight because that's the safest thing to do. You're sharing the spotlight with someone or with people because it looks like maybe in the past you couldn't trust them, right? Maybe it was like maybe ignored people, distanced themselves from you, especially if you were overwhelmed. It looks like when you had a lot going on, overwhelmed in some way, you were left behind or ignored, or people acted like my hands are tied. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I can't help you. So you're playing it safe and sharing the spotlight with people. Friends and colleagues with the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Swords. You're worried about some sort of new connection at work. It's a worry, or someone is at your job. So this may be you at work, because I'm seeing like you're coming to work and you're acting like your family or friends or something, or giving advice or taking advice. You may be training, you may be being trained, and it looks like you're being very, very cautious, and putting in as much work as possible, sharing the credit with whoever. You're being safe about it, like, oh no, so and so helped too, kind of thing. And maybe they didn't, because someone at work is worried about a new opportunity, and but they're fantasizing about it looks like, and if they're fantasizing about it, then they may be full of crap in some way, but you still had to give them their props, and they're worried about something like that. Now the vast universe aspect, though, with Death and Queen of Swords, I think you're going to sever ties with people. This looks like you severing ties with folks, and it could be at work. It doesn't have to be. With the Queen of Swords, she doesn't have time for the bull, and so it looks like maybe you may not do it verbally in a way where it's like, normally it may be that you're verbal about it and you're like letting people have it and cutting people off before they even finish or start saying anything. What's changing it into is now you're just gonna like completely get zen and disappear or ignore them. It's like you're gonna ignore people. However, I mean, it looks like you would cuss them out or not cuss it. Maybe some of you Virgos wouldn't, right? Class, like with a lot of class, of course, right, with the Queen of Swords, but letting people have it. You're gonna cut them off, okay? And it looks like you're gonna ignore them from here on out. Like, from here on out, we're just done. It's no big deal. I'm not gonna even argue with you. You're not even gonna answer their messages. Almost probably, it looks like that. And so maybe they're worried about starting over with you, these people. And I definitely see some work energy. They're worried about starting over with you, because it looks like you're not with the games. You'll work with them, and you'll give them their props, right? So I would say this, right? You may be working with some people that you just don't trust. Okay, you can't trust. They left you hanging, it looks like, and especially when you were doing well, but you were overwhelmed. Like if you're getting attention, and then the boss is like, "Well, Virgo can handle it," and then they heap everything on you. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, when Sue Ell went to work at that place, right? And there was the receptionist, her happened to be her boyfriend's sister. The receptionist was thrilled that she was overwhelmed, very upset that Sue Ell got promoted and she didn't. And it looks like the same scenario. almost, where you are doing well, and you got, because you were doing well, they heaped a lot of work on you, and then when you go to get the assist, hey, I need some help, they're just like, must be nice, blowing their nails and whatnot. But then now it looks like you're still playing it safe, like, hey, you know what, I did ask so and so to do this, uh, and this is what they contributed to my whatever. You're just playing it safe, like, nah, I'm gonna mention your name because I would have gave you the props if you would have gave me the full extent of whatever it is. So what it looks like, you overcompensated, did most of the work, but you still giving props, and that's a very beautiful energy. If you are not in that energy, you need to do that because it makes you look better in the long run, and then ignore them again, right? Let them have it, and they're going to be worried after this because they're going to be like, dang, Virgo did me so good and I did them so not. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio here, okay? It doesn't have to be. You have fire and you have air, but hey, it is what it is. Oh gosh. All right, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.